Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pre-Market Live Show. Today is Friday, December 19th. We're at the end of the week, and next week is Christmas Thursday. Holy cow, we're less than a week away from Christmas. So let's look at the map and see if that looks like it wants to be Christmas. Oh, I had it already on the heat map, huh? So there you go. We started out just like that. There's your NVIDIA right there, looking pretty good this morning. The market's it's all right, I guess. It's green. Let's put it that way. We'll see how it opens up. And all information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. How are you guys this morning? And let's cruise right through, see what's going on. We'll look at our Jolie's jumpers and everything else. So here we go. There's your SPY right there. And again, doesn't look perfect. Like I said, it's up, but it's not perfect right now. Actually, it's down right now. Actually, the SPY is down at the moment. And let's see what your Qs look like. They were up this morning, I know that, and they don't look perfect, that's for sure. So you could see a little dip right there. JB cost 70 right there, and everybody else tuning in and hanging out. How are you guys? So yeah, there you go. And QQQ, like I said, not looking great. Could pull back right there. So we'll be watching that this morning. You know that. And IWM is up a little bit. So let's cruise through, see what's going on. Here we go. Let's look at our ACB. That is Aurora Cannabis, and some of the cannabis companies are trying to bounce back up off of the news yesterday. So there you go. They are spiking a little bit. That is yesterday's date. I was going to say, I don't know if that's spiking yet today, but some of them did look like they were trying to run up this morning. I saw some on my watch list that were up, unless they were up from, they couldn't have been up from yesterday. Most of them were pulling back. So ATHA, that one was ripping yesterday and pulling back. DJT was popping up yesterday, ran up a little bit more this morning, but has that pullback look. And there's our IVP right there, Inspire Veterinarian. We've been looking at that bad boy, and it is Janica right there, JB cost 70. I thought that was Janica, and then the other night I was like, is this Janica for real? I have no idea. I always say Janica. How are you, Janica, this morning? And I thought it was. So, all right. Now I definitely know JB cost 70 is Janica. So good morning over there. And everybody else that's hanging out on a Friday morning, less than a week before Christmas. How crazy is that, guys? So we'll get through today. You have the weekend, and then you better get your Christmas stuff all situated, I would say, because it's coming up pretty quick. Let's see what OCG is doing right here. That's an OCG down there, Oriental Culture Holding. I know it ran the other day. Where was it? Like back here, I don't really remember, but I just know it was running up, or was it dipping down? It was doing something the other day. I think maybe it was pulling back now that I think about it. And there's that PAVS right here, PAVS, and it recently reverse split. It was running around yesterday, not looking too bad right there. So keep an eye on that. RDAC is that Rising Dragon acquisition. We were talking about these guys last night. They had jumped up. They ran around this morning, so that was a good look. SOC running up yesterday. We had this on our watch list last night or yesterday in the Discord. And Tilray right here, not looking bad. And that is one of the better cannabis companies. Like I say, Ugrow, that had been running up yesterday, a little pullback. Look for them dips right there, not looking bad. And VIVK right here, not looking bad with a little bit of healthy pullback. So there you go with that one. And YCBD, there you go. It is pulled back, but also looks like it wants to take off. It's 20 and 50 are meeting up, so it could be a great opportunity. We'll look at these cannabis ones today, as Trump did sign the executive order yesterday to speed up rescheduling cannabis from 1 to 3. So that's a very good thing in the cannabis industry. So let's see what's going on here. I'm doing well this morning. It's a Friday, like I said. We're feeling good. And let's see what the market's going to be good. If that's good, then we're really good today. NVIDIA's up a little, AVGO, Amazon, Tesla, Google. Look at Oracle. They had big news buying getting what the heck's it called, TikTok, that's what it's called. So there you are. And they also had the Michigan approval for the 1.4 gigawatt Saline data center with OpenAI. All kinds of stuff going on in the Oracle world right there, but then it doesn't even look that good. So we'll have to see. I don't know how great the market looks at this moment, to be honest with you. Even with that big news right there with Oracle, it doesn't even look that good. And the video, like I said, was up a little bit. But I don't know. We'll go through it in a minute. Obviously, we'll go through our SPY Mag 7 and we'll look at Nvidia. There's your SPY. It is down. It's setting up to be bullish. Look at next week. I mean, this thing looks like it did take its nice dip, and next week could be pretty wild here. So you could see a good little short week there going into Christmas. Maybe we do see that Santa Claus rally actually happen. And in our Qs, we were looking at them. They are up this morning, but not looking great. IWM is up a little bit, but that's okay. It's up over your 20 right there. And look at them, all them red candles right there and pulling back. I mean, it doesn't look perfect. Let's put it that way. So I would beware of pull back again. I said it yesterday, and it's exactly what happened, as a matter of fact. So I'm saying I'm sticking to it again today. Just to beware, it could pull back. Apple right here is down a little bit. Amazon is up a little bit. So there you go. Amazon doesn't look too bad, but again, look at it hitting the 20, has the 50 right above it. It's not crossing the MACD, definitely not today. And Google right there, that looks like it's trying to get set back up. That'll be a good one for next week. And going back to Amazon real quick, AMZN. And like I was saying, it's sitting right there. It's in a pretty good spot. It's on the 20. If it stays in this little channel here, it's good. It can bounce next week. If not, it might pull back a little bit. So we'll keep an eye on that Amazon right there. And let's see. Google is looking good. Meta looked really good last night, and it's over to 50. It's not looking bad. Little health, like couple pennies pull back. Nothing real crazy right there for Meta. And we'll see how that opens up. Here's Microsoft right here. And that's not looking too bad. It does have that resistance right there. And I don't know if it'll get through it today. It depends if the market's healthy. But as of now, it looks like it's going to stay in that channel right there for Microsoft. And then here's Nvidia, and it did look good this morning. It did jump up, and but not looking perfect right there. It does have that spike. Maybe next week might be a little bit better for Nvidia. So it is trying to jump up. It did dip down the other day pretty good. Now it's trying to spike back. It's back up again, but it's not going to get all the way up there this morning or today. I don't think so, unless the market gets really green for some crazy reason, which I don't see happening today. And there's Tesla up right there, and that's not looking bad. And it looks better than the rest of them. So I'd say your Tesla is your number one Mag 7 right there for the day as of right now. AMC right here. Let's take a look at this guy and see what it's doing over here. Good old AMC could be trying to set up. We'll just see how it looks today. It could dip down even more, to be honest with you. And GameStop right here looks like it might be trying to get set up again. It obviously had some good dippage after it ran up. Remember, I was selling my options up here. I think that was a pretty good idea. And now we're back up a little bit, but not as high. And it is trying to get set up, but bouncing around. I just want to take a look at it and see what the setup looks like. Yeah, it's still bouncing around. Still has too much time to set up right there for GameStop. Let's see what Chewy's doing this morning. That is pulling back right now. Unity looks pretty good, though, to get set back up at the moment. And, of course, Netflix, if I type it anywhere close to the stock ticker, I might get it. But there you go. NFLX definitely getting set up right there. It's looking good. You know that they're buying Warner Brothers, and that will pull back and roll back up. It just needed some more time. It couldn't stay up there that long. Why Netflix and PSKY Paramount were fighting over it, but now we know that Netflix is taking the deal. So there you go. Keep an eye on that Netflix and AVGO right here. Let's see what Broadcom that ran up. Yeah, no, MU did. I'm sorry. Broadcom was just hopping around yesterday. It's got a big old setup. So next week looks a lot better. And like I said, Micron MU right here. That one did jump yesterday on its earnings pretty big. Where are you at today? We are at 252 right there. I mean, it's still holding, but it's not at the 260 area where it was. So we'll see if it can run back up there. TSM, that's looking pretty good right there. So keep an eye on good old TSM and SMCI right here, pulling back a little bit. We'll see. That one could roll right off that MACD and be really good for next week. AMD had been getting set up. That's trying to crawl back up. So we'll be keeping an eye on that, see how they work today in the market. QCOM looks like it could pull back a little bit. And Snow right here is not looking bad. And let me just see something. My little dude, he got up way too early today and he is acting a little crazy. And I don't know what he's doing up there. Hold on. Make sure he's not going out the door. Oh, I hear him in the house. He is all fired up this morning. I don't know what he's up to. And it's pouring out. That's why I think the rain woke him up. It was like super, super loud. So yeah, pouring in New Jersey this morning, that's for sure. And anyway, there we go. That's GameStop or snow. I mean, snow was pop. Oh, look at that. That did pop up there. Remember we said last night it looked pretty good. I think snow does go back up right there. So keep an eye on snow. Let me see what this looks like over here. And let's see. Yeah, snow's looking pretty good, guys. Look at that curl up right there. So keep your eye on snow right there. That's looking decent. And let's see what else is going on in the market this morning. And PayPal, Intel, and Dell, and all these guys. PayPal dipping back. So that's obviously going to be a decent one, and we think for the January effect. And here's your Intel trying to get set up right here. I mean, it's not exactly ready to get wild, that's for sure. And let's see, Intel right here. It's yeah, it could actually dip down a little bit more. Look at it. It looks like it's trying to base out. Look at all these red candles right there. That's pretty wild for Intel. Not a good look right there. It will get turned around. We know that they always do. Dell hitting some support down here, but it looks like it could come down even further. So we'll see if Dell wants to make a base right there. And IBM, that's just kind of hanging out at a trend line, trying to make a base as well. So them guys are trying to base out, not looking amazing. I would say they're not popping today, at least. And Palantir right here is looking pretty good, trying to roll up there, trying to run back up. So you keep an eye on Palantir. That doesn't look too bad right there. How about Sophie right here? It's trying to run back up. It was down from the offering, but now look at it. It's in a good spot now, guys. So I would say keep an eye on your SOFI right there. That's a nice dip down to 26. This thing's been in the 30s for a little while up here, and now it could get right back into the 29-30 area again. So that is your SOFI, good old SoFi Technologies right there. And how about Mara and Riot and Mara dipping down right here? We'll take a look at Bitcoin, see and crypto, see what it's doing. And Bitcoin's at 87.9, so it is green and up a little bit from yesterday. Ripple's at 186, so that did move up. And Ethereum's at 29.48, so that did move as well. It's up a little bit from last night. And the Solana's back to 125 because it was below that. So and there you go. A crypto. We'll take a look at it in a minute. Riot's up a little bit, but nothing crazy. Clean Spark had looked pretty decent. It was in a good spot. It's trying to curl up right there. Let's see what MicroStrategy's doing. That's actually up this morning, looking much better. So we'll see. I mean, look at that. That looks like it wants to roll off. We've seen them roll off of before and come right down, but they're getting close to that channel. So we'll see if strategy wants to get cruising and if crypto can reclaim itself because it was looking terrible yesterday, I must say. And we'll see if it can look a little bit better today. Here's Robinhood right there trying to go back up. It was pulling back. And Coinbase right here. Holy cow, what am I typing in? There's Coinbase right there. And that's up this morning, bouncing, trying to bounce back up. Let's take a better look at Coinbase over here and see. Yeah, it's just trying to. It's not doing anything crazy right there. And here is your Webull right here. And that is still down, trying to get set up. So we'll be watching that one. Oh, yeah, Webull trying to curl up right there. A lot of red days and trying to get moving back up. So we'll be watching Webull. And let's see what Kodak's doing. That's just kind of hanging out, not looking that great, to be completely honest with you. But there you go with that. Space right here was up a little bit, and that's trying to curl up. I don't even know if it'll get through the MACD, but it'll definitely try to curl up a little bit more. Boeing not looking bad. What's Lockheed Martin doing? That's down a little bit this morning. And Huntington Ingalls right here, that's not looking too bad, actually. HII. Keep an eye on that. Your DJT was up a little bit more this morning. There you go, running up a little this morning, getting into the top. So I'm surprised, actually, a Trump company doing that after the merger. But there you go. They didn't take all the equity out yesterday. I'm surprised. So here's Nike, a big old dip yesterday off the earnings, that's for sure. So we'll be watching that to get set back up for Nike. McDonald's is up there still hanging out, trying to make a base up there. And your Disney right here is not looking bad, Luis Rodriguez. I know you're a big Disney guy. And Oxy right there, not looking bad either after it had pulled back. And it's trying to. I don't know if it's ready today, but maybe these things, like I said, things are looking a little bit better for next week, I would say. Today doesn't look like it's an amazing day in the market. DXYZ, that's just trying to get set up. Let's take a look at a couple of these guys right here. Fly, this is what I was talking about last night, though, if you guys were paying attention. And I showed you which ones were actually going to be running this morning. And here was one of them. This one right here, Lunar, that one's up a little bit right there. Let's go over here and see LUNR. There you go, up a little bit. Fly right there. That's flying for sure. That was looking really good. And let's see what else was happening. Red Wire, that was looking really good. That looks pretty decent this morning. So I'd mentioned these guys yesterday and said that they were going to move. There's that quick it ran yesterday right there. We'll see how it sets up today again. And there you go. And that's what's happening in the market. What's that Galt up to? It's just hanging out right there. And then we looked at this AFJK right here, and it was running, but it did pull back. Like I said, we'd look at it in the morning. And CoreWeave right here was looking pretty good, and it is up a little bit. It did jump up. It doesn't look perfect, but it doesn't look bad either. So we'll see how that turns around, or if it can turn around when the market opens. But it did spike up a little bit right there. It's not looking bad, CoreWeave, to hold itself up. So there you go with the CoreWeave. Let's take a look and see what crypto looks like. There you go. It's nice and green finally. And Bitcoin was in some scary areas right there, looking bad, and now it's still picking itself up. It's still maintaining this bullish channel. It's quite amazing. That's actually shocking me. And now look at it spiking back up and trying to roll off this. It looked like a dead duck yesterday, and now it's curling up. Ethereum looked terrible yesterday, and look how fast you can't ever call Bitcoin or crypto out of the game, because it just can turn around so fast. It's crazy. It looked really bad yesterday, and now they look a lot better. They look like the bottom was in. Solana, that bottom was in right there, and that looks like it wants to roll off. So today does look pretty good for crypto. We'll see if it does continue to try to go up. We've seen this look before, and then it dipped back down. There's your Ripple right there, and Cardano right here. We'll see if that can get rolling. So a lot of these have that similar look, like Stellar right here, kind of pulling back. So we'll see if it does look kind of stellar, but that looks like it's trying to bottom out. I'm not guaranteeing you anything. It really has to crawl through, get through the MACD, and then get rocking and rolling. So I don't know how optimistic we are, but it does look a lot better this morning. So we'll keep an eye on that. Zach and everybody else. And here's your Rocket Mortgage right here, Zach. And that's not looking too bad, actually. Look at it on the 20 trying to crawl. And even if it doesn't run through, you're going to get that crawl up again like we did last time. Is it stair stepping down? Possibly, Zach, actually. So we'll be watching for that and see what it does today. If it can get cruising back up and stay above the 20 and really get curled up there, it might be able to run right back up to this right back up to your $20 area right there. And then you might want to get out, because it looks like it has a big setup period right here. You can see how much it's trying to set up. You'll have some spike ups and some dips coming down. That's what you'll be looking for to re-enter if you want them dips coming down. So keep an eye on Rocket. We'll see if it can stay up on the 20 and crawl up. Like I said, I don't know if it'll get through right there, but it might try to spike up right here. So that is what your Rocket looks like, RKT. Let me take a look at it over here. Yeah, it doesn't look bad, but it does. I'm not so sure it's getting through this 20 right now. So we'll be watching it today. Maybe it can get really strong and start curling up a little bit better right there. But that's what Rocket Companies looks like. And that's what the heat map looks like. Apple is down right there. Oh, this Wi-Fi. I hope Ben, I don't know if he kept any. He had this thing yesterday. He was a day early on this thing. Holy cow, look at that spike up 20%. He had a pretty good size on it yesterday. So here's PBM, and that's that Science Biomedical or something. I'm pretty sure they always like do something. I feel like they do something with like magic mushrooms or something. I have no idea. Psychedelic sector, and they psilocybin, the mushroom stuff. So that's what they have going on, this company. And yeah, this one's cranking up there this morning. That's for sure. PBM. There's that Wi-Fi and that RDAC we were talking about last night was running up. AZI right here, just kind of hanging out, but not looking bad. Keep an eye on that today because that looks like it could try to run up and spike up. Look at it getting out of the basement right there. So I would say AZI might be a good one to keep on your list right there. Janica and Doge Mama 9 and everybody else. That one's not looking too bad right there. Let's see what else is going on down here. And let's see IVP. This one's been pretty beat down. We'll see. Maybe it can get rocking and rolling. There's that VMAR. It was running up the other day right there. RENX curling up, not looking bad. Renex, it's a real estate company, and VIVK we were talking about last night. Check out this walk. It's been on the night low, and it has just been in the basement. It's not looking bad. It will try to get set up. Here's that CHR, that Clear Holdings, and it's still down there. PBM we were talking about. AMST right there did get cruising this morning too. It's up like 15%. There's that UGRO pulling back some. We'll take a look at the cannabis industry as the market opens. IBIT right there, kind of just hanging out. And BMNU right there is their BMNR long, and that one's pretty coming down. But look at this thing, definitely trying to get set up right there. That's for sure. Take a look at that. And trying to get in the right spot. Look at all these red candles right there. It's kind of crazy. You got a bunch of them, but you know it's going to break out and it's breaking out one way or the other. I'll tell you that, either up or down, but should get right over to its trend and or right on the right side of the trend line and get moving again. So not looking bad. Here's your TSLL is your bull. Tesla bull right there, and TQQ is an ETF right there. So not a whole lot craziness going on in the market, but there is a few things looking pretty decent. Again, Oracle's up, Nvidia, Google, Amazon, Tesla not looking bad right there. Looks like Home Depot's kind of flat. There are some things that are flat right now, but they're not looking bad. Look at the SPY. That is down a little bit right now, and we'll see. Maybe it's going to be touching here and trying to bounce off. Maybe it stays down all day and then it pops back up on Monday. It's an interesting look. Your Qs are up a little bit right there, but they look like they could be pulling back as well. So as you can see, and then you could get the 9 and then get cruising. So you guys know we'll be on in the Discord and going over everything in the market. Ben and I will be on. I'm sure he'll be on a little earlier doing his morning show, and then I hop on. So if you're not in the Discord, we do that every morning, and we give you a rundown, and then we give you the top picks for the day as well with the targets and everything, and then they get posted out in Discord. So if you're not familiar with our Discord or have any questions, feel free to hit me up. Like I said, I'm sure there's going to be a Christmas promo. I'll have to ask Rhett what it's going to be and see what it is. So yeah, definitely get yourself a Christmas gift right there, because I'm telling you, 2026, we are going to do really well. Ben already made over $1 million this year. So we're going to do it next year too. 2026 is going to be a beauty. Whether the market wants to go up or down, it doesn't matter. You guys know that. We'll take it up with calls, puts down. It doesn't matter if it wants to go sideways, backwards. We can still find all the poppers as we always do. Look at that flyer right there. And I gave you guys that last night on the show. So there you go, everybody. I would say that is a good pre-market review for a last full week. Is that the last full week of 2025? Holy cow. There you go, guys. So pretty sure it's the last full week of 2025 right there. And will the market be slow? 12/26 and 1-2. Janica, yeah, it's the day after Christmas usually is a little bit slower, but who knows? Sometimes that Santa Claus rally kicks in, and these things, you do see some poppers. So it all depends, honestly. Day after New Year's, yeah, that can be a little slower. But Friday, the day after Christmas, since it's on a Thursday this week, could be an interesting day, 12/26. So we'll definitely be on and seeing what the market looks like. And but yeah, I think next week could be a good week, to be honest with you. It looks like it's setting up to get running. So we'll be keeping you guys posted, obviously, in the Discord on the shows and everything else. And it looks like it's the last full week of 2025 coming to an end right here. We have Christmas week next week and then New Year's week the week after that. So there you go, everybody. So enjoy your day right there. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. Be sure to trade smart and lock in those profits. Janica, you have a nice weekend as well. Zach, Luis Rodriguez, Laptop Travel, and everybody else. I know Robin's always listening, driving to work, and Joseph Levy's probably hanging out. He's probably laying in bed listening to the show, and everybody else hanging out right now. So, and Asian Jolie, thank you for always for the Jolie's jumpers. And there you go, everybody. So enjoy your day, lock in those profits, trade smart. Goodbye, good luck. See you later, and have a great day, everybody.